Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. It is we, Teddy and Toby. We are back. We've been away it's been a minute. It has been a minute. It's been a lot going on, but I'm here. And yeah, I just wanted to come on and provide a little update because it's been so long. It's been over a month since I have done a video or posted an update, which is kind of crazy, but life has been happening. Um, Recently finished school and graduated. Thank you to all of those who have supported me on this journey, who assisted me with my GoFundMe, and like if you donated, if you shared, all of that. I truly appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you for all the thank yous and congratulations. I appreciate all of the support. It really means a lot to me. So, again, I just wanted to say thank you for all of that. Finish that. And what's next for me? Education wise, I think I want to learn Spanish. I know that I want to learn Spanish. And I've asked a couple of people, like, hey, what's the best way to learn Spanish? Now, the response that really annoys me every time that I hear it is, oh, move to a Spanish speaking country. You know, if I could, I would, but unfortunately, that's not an option right now. So I'm just going to have to, learn another way. Maybe I need to get Babbel or Duolingo. Uh, is it Duolingo? The little green app. Rosetta Stone. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna figure it out. So, but yeah. So my journey. So listen, my official like goal weight has been 150. I have yet to reach 150. I've come close. I have come close. I think the lowest I've gotten to in recent times was maybe like 152 point something, I believe. But I've been kind of going really between like 153 and 155. It's been that's where I've been. Um, so I haven't officially reached it. In my mind, I feel like I'm kind of like in maintenance, even though I haven't reached my official goal. But I'm like, if I don't, it's fine. Um, I There's not going to be any difference between like what how my clothes are going to fit, what sizes I'm going to wear, or anything else like that. If I do reach the 150, which I would still like to, but if I don't, I'm good. Like I'm cool where I am. So I'm technically, I guess I'll say that I'm in maintenance now, even though technically, like I do still want to lose that last 5 pounds. I weighed myself this morning. I was 155 point something. Even though I do want to still lose that last 5 pounds, whatever. If I do, great. If I don't, I'm thankful for all of the success that I've had to this point. So I'm good. It's all good. So maybe like over a month ago, I've been on Zepbound this whole entire journey until about a month ago. I ended up switching to Compound. Well, when I first started my journey, I was on Compound for like maybe a few weeks, and then I got on Zepbound, which I had been on Zepbound for a little bit over a year before I just like switched back to started utilizing a Compound. So I decided to go through Gimme Care, and I like because they allow you to. They had different pharmacies that they use, and they allow you to select your pharmacy. So that was pretty cool. So I decided to do that. So that's what I'm doing now. I When I was on Zepbound, I last left off on a 12.5 dose. When I switched to Compound, I decided to go ahead and go up because I know like Compound, the dosage that a lot of the telehealth companies are doing is like 13 point something, which is their equivalent of like whatever the 15 is. So I ended up just titrating up because I just felt like, well, with some pharmacies, I've heard that it is their people say it's more potent, and other people say that it's less potent, depending on like where you get it from. So I'm just like, you know what, just to be on the safe side, I'll just titrate up to um, their version of the 15 for the compound version. So that's what I decided to do. So it's like 13 point something that I'm on currently, since they're not actually well. Maybe some pharmacies actually do 15 milligrams. I don't know. The one who I'm utilizing, I'm going through Gimme Care, and I selected Hollandale as the pharmacy. So their version of 15 is 13.5, I guess. So you know, yeah, it's working. It works. Um, Side effect wise, everything is pretty much the same. Like when I was on a 10 milligram, for some reason I had extreme fatigue, really bad. Once I went up to the 12.5, that all really kind of went away, which is kind of funny because it's more like it's more it's a higher dosage of the medication. So it's weird that the 12.5 gave me less fatigue than the 10 milligram did. Why? Don't know, but that's what happened. So but it's the appetite suppression and everything has still been really good. Everything has been good. Like maybe I want to say the first couple of weeks, I was just kind of like, okay, did I make a mistake? Am I injecting water into myself? Like, what is this like? Because I'm not feeling it. However, maybe like the third week, that's when things really begin to kind of adjust, and I really begin to feel it. I wanted the third week. I felt it. It came on hard and heavy. And I do hear people say that depending on where they inject, their level of appetite suppression and food noise reduction is different depending on where they inject. And I typically use different parts of my stomach, typically where I use, and I just kind of go back and forth. And I've used my thigh one time, like when I was actually on Zepbound. It's been a minute. That was probably back when I was on like maybe like the 5 or 7.5. But I haven't really done it since then. I just go back and forth with my stomach. Excuse me. The other day I used my stomach and I got like, closer to like my navel area. When I tell you that the appetite suppression and the first of all, there was zero food noise pretty much that whole week. But that appetite suppression was the first 3 days. It was so intense. It was so intense. I wasn't thinking about food. I didn't want no food. Like the idea of eating pretty much literally disgusts me. Like I had to myself as well as the people who were around me those first few days that I when I did that had to almost like essentially forced me to have to eat because I didn't want it at all. Like it was, and that's not typical for me. Typically, I'll take it and I'll have my appetite suppression, but I still will eat because I have my little routine and I have I pretty much eat the same thing most days. So I do that, but those days I didn't want it, had no desire for it. No, it was a little bit. I feel like it was a little bit too intense, to be quite honest. One side effect that I have had and that I've been having lately is is gas from I guess the tirzepatide, which wasn't something that I normally had on a consistent basis, but is there now like not coming out, my rump, but like just having like little gas bubbles like in my stomach or like in my chest and stuff like that's been kind of crazy. But I've been taking some Rolaids are helpful as well as the chewable Pepto little pill things. Those have been pretty helpful to relieve those symptoms. But it's awful. It is awful, and the burping is just. I do find myself burping a lot, but it's not the sulfur burps, which I've had those in the past, but it's not that. It's just I guess just the gas and the indigestion and everything like just coming up to the surface. But yeah, um, I think that's really the main like type of side effects that I've had. Like I said, I'm not. It doesn't really. I haven't been really getting tired like I used to. Um, I don't know that I would say that I feel that I sense a difference between being on this compound and being on the actual Zepbound. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what. The difference that I do feel is in my wallet. The difference I do feel is in my wallet. I was paying $500 a month, for Zepbound, and I did that for, like I say, for well over a year. So, you know, it was 7,000 plus dollars over seven. I'm probably over. I don't remember exactly how many months it was over that year mark, but I know that I spent almost $10,000 on the Zepbound, and that's a lot of money. And I'm like, listen, I got to do something different. I'm like, I am pretty much, yeah, I know I want to lose an additional 5 pounds, but if that happens, great. If it doesn't, whatever. So I'm pretty much at my point of, going into maintenance. So I'm like, I want to, see if I can save some money and do something a little different because, homie been doing this. When I talked to my doctor and first agreed to do the Zepbound, I had asked my doctor how long should I expect that I'm gonna be on this, and he told me I would need to commit to at least a year. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do it, but and at that time when he first told me about it, it was like $1,200 a month, and then they lowered the price for the self pay to 500. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll try it out or whatever. And it had stop, stop trying to steal my stuff. You're trying to steal my drink. Toby, no, no, don't be a bad puppy. Anyway, he told me I would need to commit for at least a year, so I agreed to doing so. And it has been over a year since I, began to take the Zepbound. And I was like, I need to save some money. Like this is getting crazy. I got really important things coming up. I got a surgery coming up that I have to take care of here in a couple of weeks, and this stuff is high. It's expensive. I'm either have to find a sugar mama, daddy, uncle, brother, cousin, grandpa, grandma, somebody, or something. But it's yeah. So I was like, I gotta save some money. So I have been seeing stuff about Gimme Care on Reddit, and then I listened to Twan. She talked about she ended up, I guess, joining Gimme Care and becoming one of their I forget the word, it escapes me. That's one also side effect that has not gone away is like I my mind just get cloudy sometimes. Maybe it's due to old age. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah. But one of the people, their promoters, and so I heard her talk about it and talk about the good of the pricing and all of that. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's give it a try. And I had already convinced a friend of mine to, utilize Gimme Care. So I was like, you know what? Since I'm convincing other people and I didn't even tried it yet, I should at least give it a try. I was nervous too because I know, Lily has this whole 45-day thing, and I wanted to make sure that I was like, man, I was kind of afraid. I'm like, what if this doesn't work and I haven't, I will lose my discount through Lily Direct, but what's life without a few chances? So I took a chance, and so far it's been doing good. And the great thing about it is I'm paying the same amount that I paid for 1 month. I'm now paying that same amount for 3 months. So a win is a win. So I'm like I say, I haven't really had any issues thus far, and we're just gonna roll with it until we can't roll no more. Are you trying to come over here? Come on. Let me tell you about a dream I had the other day, several weeks ago. I haven't been really concerned at all about strength training or anything like that. But the other day, I had a dream that I was so weak, I had like zero muscle. I had pretty much lost all my muscle. The only place I had muscle was, I guess, in my legs, and I some kind of way had fell down into this trench, and I was trying to climb my way out, but I was so weak in my arms that I couldn't use my arms. So I was basically just trying to, use my legs. I woke up from that dream and I immediately was like, no, I can't go out like that. I can't go out like that. So I have been incorporating some strength training a little bit more into my routine. My routine regarding my eating wise is pretty much the same. Like that's fine. But this whole exercising thing, I have been slipping in a major way. But I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna be good. Don't we have a jump rope challenge coming up? I need to figure out when that is. I need somebody going to tell me because I need to, do that. I know I saw something. I think Miss Toy is doing a walking challenge. I believe in the month of August, and today is August 2nd. I guess. I think that's what we are. Is that what we are? Yes, August 2nd. So my steps. I've been struggling. Water has been depends on the day. Um, but things should be a bit more calmer for the most part. This is probably the busiest time of the year work wise for me. Um, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I'm getting my steps in, getting my water intake in, and doing what I need to do. But yeah, so like I say, that dream kind of scared the hell out of me. To be quite honest, I woke up and just was moving around trying to make sure that it was just a dream that I can actually, I have some strength. But yeah, that was a mess. And honestly, it kind of came true in a way because the other day, a friend of mine asked me to help her move a dresser, and homie ain't have it in him. Like I tried. Let's just say that she had to call some professionals to get it to where it needed to be. And honestly, like, come on, you live on the third floor, and the dresser was heavy. Even if I had, even if I was like, a big, boar, and I can, I got a bison tattoo of a bison on my arm, but like I was trying to channel the strength of this bison, really wasn't really working out for me, you know, didn't happen. So I got some work to do, to get, my arms all strong and strengthened and stuff. That don't mean I'm gonna be trying to carry dressers and shit, dressers up 3 flights of stairs. So don't ask me to move nothing. I help you. I help you pay for a mover. I will do that. I will help you pay for a mover. But don't ask me to move nothing. I'll move a plant. Maybe a case of water. That's about it. Cause no. But thankfully, she was able to get it done. I helped as much as I could, and yeah, that's my story. But I feel like I'm rambling. So, but that's what's going on in my world, in my life. Um, am I forgetting anything? I think that's it. Like, yeah, yeah. So, anyway, video's almost 20 minutes. I try not to make my videos that long because I know y'all, me, us, we have the short attention span. So if you make it to the end, that's great. Like, look at you paying attention and listening and stuff. But yeah, that's what's happening on Compound now. Round 155, trying to get to 150. May or may not work out. Hasn't really been working out that great, but that's okay. We're just going to keep on pushing and keep on trucking along. Um, yeah, but all is well. Thank you for your continued support. I am going to try to start, producing more content and, posting a bit more so people actually know I'm still alive. Somebody reached out to me the other day. Was like, "Hey, where you at? I ain't been seeing you. Like, you good?" So, of course, I appreciate that. Yes, I'm good. I'm here. And we're gonna, continue to work this thing out. I think I'm gonna because my intention is to do more exercise and like actually start doing more strength training. I'm probably gonna start posting videos of that process, so you see how that is going. Um, yeah, because that's what I need to do. I'm probably gonna have to. I think maybe within the next week or two, I'm gonna have to stop my injection for at least a couple of weeks because I'm supposed to have surgery at the end of the month. So, um, and I'm not sure how long after the surgery I have to wait before I resume the medication. I'm gonna talk to the doctor about that. I did talk to my primary doctor to inform them that I was switching to the compound, and they were cool with that. They, understood and everything. So that's great. But we'll see. So I am gonna have to stop the medication for just a bit until after the surgery. The instructions I got, the pre-op instructions I received is that I need to stop the medication at least a week before the surgery. But I haven't been informed on how long after the surgery I have to stop the medication. So we'll see. Anyway, as I always like to say, don't forget to fuel your minds, move your bodies, and rise with purpose. All right. See y'all later.